Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Clara and I live in Japan. I'm currently studying at Waseda University. I'm 18, I'm from Spain, and I'm here all by myself. As you can see, it's almost sunset, quite a nice place to be in right now. There's nice weather. Honestly, a very peaceful evening. But my day today has not been peaceful whatsoever at university, which is what prompted me to do this video. So I know the title is really dramatic. I haven't decided right now what it's gonna be. Probably something about like the truth about university or something. But the reasons why I want to do this video are clear and simple. So like I just said, I study at Waseda University at their English-based engineering program, and it's in Tokyo. And for those of you that don't know, Waseda is a very prestigious university. Like whenever I tell somebody I go to Waseda and I study engineering, they're like, oh my god, you must be so smart, this is that. Like in Japan, it doesn't matter what you study, but it matters more where you study it. So for example, I have a friend who studied psychology, but she's currently working as a software engineer. Hello? Also, while I rant, I'm gonna eat a baked potato from Donkey. Before coming to Waseda, before coming to university in general, I was super excited. I was like, I'm gonna be with like the top of the top professors. My classmates are all gonna be super smart. It's gonna be really a nurturing experience. And I was right in some sense, but I was also wrong. So as you grow up, I feel like you realize that everybody's just kind of doing things because they have to. Like, I feel like it's rare nowadays to see passion, like for people to put passion into what they do, like a teacher to genuinely be teaching because they want to teach. Not more like it's just a career and they have to like wake up in the morning. Like I've done office jobs and you act like you're motivated, but in reality all you want to do is just get in and clock out, boom. And I've worked a lot, so I know that feeling. And I feel like that's most of today's workforce, to be honest. I don't know who's watching, but I know that maybe you're still in high school, you want to go to university, maybe you've already graduated, but I want you to tell you that university is not what you think it's gonna be. The reason why I say this is because I feel like everybody's just trying to fend for themselves. Everybody's just trying to have a meal on their dinner plate at the end of the day. And like I said, professors lack passion. Even in my university, which is supposed to be one of the top universities, I left class today. I was super frustrated. I had 4 classes today and none of my professors were fluent in English. Can you believe it? At a top university, none of them were completely fluent in English. Today was absolutely hectic. I mean, one of them didn't even know what he was teaching. Another one was completely facing the blackboard. Another one, I had my hand raised the whole time to ask questions. They didn't even see me because they're just looking at the PowerPoint and they were just looking at the screen. I'm like, I didn't understand anything that's going on. And I've gotten really good grades, so I know I have the capacity to understand these things. But when I tell you I was lost, I was lost. And the professors, they were just explaining, reading off the PowerPoint, like it was just another day, like they just wanted the period to end. And the thing that frustrates me is, can you believe it? We pay so much money to these institutions. Like Waseda is a private university. It's quite very expensive. And I pay all this money for what? For this? It frustrates me because you think that in university people are going to be serious and people are actually going to want to teach and going to want to know. University, I don't think university, a professor once told me university isn't about teaching. The professors that are there have mainly done research, so they don't really know how to teach. They're just there to kind of deliver information. Like I feel like they don't know what they're doing. And even if Waseda is a top prestigious university, and I've heard like similar stories from friends from Harvard, like it's all so overvalued, over everything, over I mean, I leave lectures and I don't know what I've done in the lecture. I generally don't know, and that's never happened to me in high school. And I leave the lecture and I have to go back home and do it myself. And guess what? You know, the funny thing is that ChatGPT literally teaches me more. Like I can take a slide, I put it into ChatGPT, and I will like explain this for me step by step, and they will explain it, or some random YouTube videos. And the reason why I'm so frustrated is because of the money we pay. Our parents, they put their sweat into this. They break their backs for us to be able to go to private institutions or public institutions. Right now, I'm complaining about the private ones because of the money. I don't know about the public ones. All of this for what? Today, in one of my classes, there was a Zoom meeting. One of the professors was talking for 40 minutes straight. We couldn't even hear the microphone properly. We couldn't even hear. Again, this man was Japanese, so his English wasn't good and his accent made it even harder to understand. And do you know what? After 40 minutes, they asked us to write a 2-page report about about wireless communication. Do you think that that in some way, shape, or form helps me become a better computer scientist, helps me have more motivation to learn? All this system does is encourage students to just use unethical ways, or not even use unethical ways like ChatGPT, just not use their brain because you don't understand it. You're not going to put the energy into it. You see that your professors aren't really wanting to be there either ways. So why waste the time? At the end of the day, if it's just to get a degree, which is just a paper, do you know what I mean? I feel like it removes creativity completely. Like, we're just robots. We're there to just pass the exam. Like, as long as I get a C, I'm fine. And no, what the heck? I'm not paying thousands of euros, millions of yens for this. Is this what I signed up for? Top university, might I add. And this is probably not a problem just in Waseda. I mean, I talked to my mom, and professors are like this in every single university. But it's frustrating. Why is a system like this so, like, stipulated? Like, you need to go to the university when I'm learning more in my part-time job. I'm learning more as a waitress. I work as a waitress than in actual university degrees. People are in class. They're doing everything but listening to the teacher. They're scrolling on Reels, using ChatGPT, whatever. And obviously, I understand them because you're there. The professor's teaching like this. He doesn't want to be there. He just want to leave. You just want to get a C in that class. What is going on in the world? My point is that I don't think university teaches you about life, teaches you about anything. It feels like I'm just temporarily memorizing some concepts to get a grade so that I can pass and get a degree so that I can put in my curriculum. I feel like you would get more value, infinitely more value, doing a volunteer program, doing an internship, doing something practical, I don't know, working somewhere, than just sitting there using ChatGPT to make your essay so you can pass the course. It's like, I don't even understand. It's like these professors, like, they make the lectures impossible to understand on purpose so that you spend more time on it and you get more frustrated and you don't have anything else to do in your life. And by the time you're done university, you're burnt out because all you've done is studied. You don't remember half of the things you've done, you know? You might even have a debt. Like, I luckily don't have to go in debt to go to university, but many people probably do, and specifically in other areas where university is much more expensive, like the United States, for example. You leave with a debt, with minimal knowledge, with anxiety, with stress. Okay, yes, you made some friends, you had some experience, you went to some frat parties, but at the end of the day, all you wanted to do in that degree was pass, right? It was pass. No, and you're in this degree to learn. Do you know what I mean? But we're not learning, and I don't think learning is fostered. It's not taken care of. It's not encouraged. It's more just like, do this, do that, 50% exam, 50% this. And honestly, it frustrates me because I'm a creative person, but I feel like my creativeness is dying out here. Like, not here specifically, but university, specifically professors, some professors are killing it. And not just professors, the way the courses are structured, the way it is, like, there's so much unnecessary things that we are learning. It should be more practical. Why am I learning about electromagnetism in a computer science degree? Oh, well, it could be useful, it could be applicable in some areas, but most generally it's not. So why am I wasting my time trying to get 3 credits for this, trying to study my ass off for what? It's not useful. I'm not using my brain. I'm just trying to pass. I've said it a million times now, but all I do is just trying to pass the course. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. I had a lab course where all you had to do was follow the instructions from the book, and the labs themselves, they were long, they were complicated, but all you had to do was follow. I don't remember any of the single experiments that I did and how I did them. I don't remember any concepts. However, if you would have done something, if university had maybe a more creative approach, or maybe it was just my course in particular, where they give you a more simple experiment, but you have to, I don't know, make the steps yourself, have a hypothesis, get the equipment yourself, think of how to do it yourself. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, the people do say that university just is there to create employees, which is honestly saddening, because even in Japan, you see half of men are salarymen. Can you believe it? Just stuck in your 9 to 5 all day because this was the conventional thing to do, because these outdated systems won't change. How is it possible that we're getting closer to 6G, meaning that I could be laying down in my house and a doctor performs surgery on me, and we're still having the same teaching methods as in the freaking 19th century, sitting here listening to a teacher talk about something. They don't even want to be here. well, maybe in the olden days they wanted to be there, I don't know, just writing it down. I don't understand anything, so I'm just gonna go to ChatGPT, like maybe change a few things and submit the assignment. I get an A, boom, I'm done. Did I learn anything? So to sum this video up, even prestigious universities, so-called, they have their flaws, and I think this education system is very outdated. I would encourage you, if you want to succeed in this life, and not just monetary success, because that's just a part, but like personally, spiritually, just be creative, do things, be with other people, do volunteer programs. Don't just sit there trying to pass a course that you don't even understand. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. Build your persona in all aspects. Work teaches you so much about life. It honestly should be mandatory for people to work in high school or in university. It teaches you so much. Helping other people, traveling teaches you so much, like different cultures, how people live, trying to adapt, trying to learn the language. Languages are super valuable. All of these things. So don't get stuck into university is ride or die. It's not. Like Giselle Bundchen, one of my favorite role models, no, my favorite role model, financially, she has been a millionaire. She has been top model of the year. She's a model for over, 16 years. She works in the UN right now. She's a philanthropist. She helps so many people. She didn't even complete high school. Can you believe it? And you're like, oh, she's a one-off. She must be lucky. Didn't like Mark Zuckerberg drop out from university or something? What I'm saying is, don't just fall into this because you think you should. And honestly, this is kind of crazy because that's kind of just me telling me to find something else to do. But you know, it's hard. And once you're in the train, it's harder to get out than not get in the train in the first instance. So I hope this video maybe cleared some doubts that you had. I hope it came to your recommendation page when the time was right. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this, have dinner, and probably have to do some homework and study on my own because I didn't really learn anything in my course today. So stay positive, you got this, and there's more to life than university.